Anchor is a fantastic platform for podcasting. It's so simple. It's remarkable. Even I could do it. And it's free distribution, free recording, easy, simple, elegant to use framework, great tools. If you're going to pick one podcasting forum, platform, it should definitely be Anchor. I highly recommend it. Poverty. What is a poverty mindset? So we have abundance all around us because of the law of attraction. We can, if we get beyond resistance, and as Abraham says online, if we master the art of allowing, which really isn't that difficult if you practice it over time, then you can basically manifest what's already waiting for you. I mean, there's a lot of explanation to that and different ideas to the law of attraction, but I've talked about it before. Basically, we just have to get out of our own way. What it is that when you have a rocket fuel of desire, because thoughts are things that manifest, like, if you're angry, then you manifest, people want to stay away from you. If you're happy, people want to be around you. Everybody loves a winner. Confidence is infectious, but so is the lack of confidence. So poverty mentality essentially is a fundamental belief and idea in separation, which is basically the ego. So the ego is in attack mode. The ego, just because the spiritual world and the earthly world are opposites, in the spiritual world, like it says in the Bible, that you have to not sacrifice, but you have to think of the other, turn the other cheek, or there's a million other things. I realize it says an eye for an eye also, but fundamentally, it has to do with service is the way to get rewarded. Even the meek will be rewarded. God sees every blade of grass, and a ton of other examples. But the ego doesn't believe that. The ego believes that we live in a dangerous world and that we have to protect ourselves. And when I say attack mode, I mean that it's always on guard and it's trying to, in some sense, scare other people so they don't hurt them, psychologically. So what's happening is that the world is really a loving, beautiful place, but because of all this attack and defense and fear, fear is the basis of it, because the ego lives in fear, because it's afraid because it feels like it's cut off. Like, that's what the whole idea of separation is. So a poverty mentality is that, I'm all alone in the world. I'm this weak, helpless, defenseless thing. I have to, lash out to protect myself. And basically, it's by the lashing out that you're driving people away that could help you. If you really believed in the heart core center that it was a trusting, loving universe, that people were here to help you, you would attract so much goodness into the world. You would attract so much abundance, because it's a feeling, But when you feel like, like Gabrielle Bernstein, she says the universe has your back. When you feel that, you can relax and you can actually love other people and try to help them. A poverty mentality, I mean, the pandemic is just accentuating it, because people are afraid to even be around other people now. Like, I definitely do believe in being cautious. I'm a cautious person myself and taking precautions, but we can't live in a world of total isolation because, we need other people. And I realize, there's a lot of things you can do online, but at some point we have to develop trust with other people, and it's there's a lot of different ways to do that. But a poverty mentality is basically, a feeling of separateness, aloneness, isolation. Your body could be in a house with 10 other people, but if you don't feel connected to them, if you don't feel trust with them or love or whatever the case might be, then you could be isolated in your mind, even if your body is not isolated. So to get beyond poverty mentality, you have to embrace the fact that we all are connected in this world. And, I have a lot of other podcasts about that, but if you don't embrace that, if you don't believe it, if you don't feel it, then you're cutting yourself off, and that's the basis of poverty.